Yes, everyone. Ford North America and Ford Europe are finally uniting, guys. They are sharing some fantastic models here in Europe and elsewhere, guys. The all-new Ford Bronco. Who would have known that the Ford Bronco would ever set foot on the tarmac of Europe and elsewhere outside the North American continent? Now, guys, this is the Ford Bronco, guys. Now, when we think of the Ford Bronco, we think mostly of the two-door version, which was, I think, based on the same chassis and platform as the Ford F-150, but it was a short wheelbase version, like super short, and just with two doors, and it was supposed to be a hardback and everything. This Ford Bronco costs 82,000 euros. Is this good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment, guys. Let's get down with the review right now. Over here is the brains of this bad boy, guys. 2.7 petrol engine that produces 246 kilowatts, guys, which is basically 335 horsepower. It's not hybrid, guys. Unfortunately, it's not hybrid. So this means you don't really get much advantage in terms of taxation and insurance, but you do get a lot of advantages in terms of performance. That's right, guys. This car has the performance. If only you need it. First impression of the Ford Bronco. Let's talk about the front design, guys. The front design is very interesting, very American, but not very Ford-ish, guys. Because when I first saw this front design, the circular headlights and everything, I couldn't help but think of something from an extinct American car manufacturer that had no connections with Ford. This car manufacturer was called International, if I'm correct. They built a 4x4 that goes by the name International Scout. This is what it looked like. It always had circular headlights. That's at least what I remember of it. Side view looks very interesting. In fact, this particular design right here could be a reference to the Ford F-Series pickups, guys. Rear design of the Ford Bronco, everyone. We can just appreciate those nice rear lights, guys. Again, another tail point down there. Spare tire on the back, guys. 160-degree parking cameras, parking sensors at the front and at the rear, and oh my goodness, a nice tether point here. But I mean, as if you're really going to be needing this, why not? Great off-road tires and plastic over here. Very durable, guys, especially for long terms when you go off-roading. I have two fantastic news to tell all of you. First of all, the doors are frameless, guys, just like a coupe from BMW and Audi. Oh, and it doesn't stop there, guys. This swing mirror stays in place, so if ever I'm parked parallelly or there's traffic that passes by in a high speed next to me, I don't have to worry about my door, because this wing mirror is there, so I can easily take a look as to who's behind me and not, and then I can make the decision to open the door at the right time. So, who's there? Nobody. Up. Time for me to climb out. Life just got so much easier. Oh, and you do get blind spot monitoring and keyless entry for both front doors, but not for the rear doors. Who cares? And when it comes to reliability and design problems, Ford is no stranger to this, guys. And just like other American car manufacturers, take a look at what happened earlier in the day. Earlier, by accident, someone was looking at this Ford Bronco and they accidentally dented it by here. But it wasn't really their fault. It was more like, Ford didn't really design this properly. Check this out, because you can actually open this, which is advantageous, but it's really disadvantageous when it's not explained carefully how it should be opened. So this has to be fully open, like 90 degrees from the door. Do not leave it 45 degrees, because if you leave it 45 degrees, you will damage the door and probably damage the window itself. There you go, okay? But whenever you close the window, close it first. Do not close this first, because that's how the dent happened. Ford Bronco has a really high ground clearance. However, for a price of 82,000 euros, there's no step to help you climb in. So climbing inside this Ford Bronco will be like climbing the Grand Canyons. Now the part which I was very much looking forward to, guys, the interior of the Ford Bronco. It looks great, guys. I'm very, very impressed with the presentation. Although, first impression I have of the interior is that whoever designed this must have previously worked for a construction firm or a firm that specializes in construction equipment, because look at the way they designed this. It looks like something I've seen at construction sites or when doing renovations of interiors of houses, guys. Now, the concept of the interior of this Ford Bronco is very similar to the Jeep Wrangler. So, minimal use of fabric, maximum use of hard plastic. It's designed to be easily maintainable, guys. And this equally means the roof is detachable, guys. How wonderful would that be for the summers? This is actually one of the most advantageous things. Now, first impressions, guys. Seating adjustments. You guys will be glad to know that both front seats are electrically adjustable. Steering wheel, guys. So steering wheel, you can move it in, out, up and down. Great, I like that. Now everything is at my reach. The center console is, oh my gosh, the quality is terrible. But it cocoons you. Okay, you can lean your arm here, but I'll show you guys in a moment what I'm talking about. Also the center here. Okay, surprisingly, this area is well built. It's solid. The visibility outside is great on the side. Okay, so this side and that side, it's great. But at the front, the window, this has to be one of the shortest windows I've ever seen. I remember seeing this on the Hummer itself as well. To window buttons and mirror controls, Ford decided to put everything right here. Mirror control right here. All 4 windows are automated though, guys. Black leather seats with yellow stitching, guys. Fabulous. The seating adjustments are very loud. Oh, that's even louder. Okay, it's confirmed. Whoever designed the interior of this Ford Bronco clearly worked for a construction firm, because this sounds like the drill. Take a moment and admire the steering wheel. It's nice and squidgy, and the controls are right here, guys. Easy to use. Oh, right. So look at this. Okay, so it's rubber, guys. It's very interesting. But instead of the Ford badge, you get the Mustang badge. Heated front seats, guys. Heated steering wheel. Wow. Cup holder of fixed sizes, guys. That's great. It's adjustable. Now, when it comes to the door bins, you just get a net, guys. That's basically all you get. And this little handle right here, which is plastic. Central console storage, guys, which is adjustable. It's rather deep, guys, and you do get a 12-volt socket in there. Glove box right there, guys. It's rather average for its segment. Too bad Ford didn't really use this area as additional storage space. Now, believe it or not, this is also a handle to help you climb inside, guys. Now, why do you have a charging port isolated all the way over there? This is rather questionable and rather random. And then you have micro storage space right here. Off-road controls and driving mode, guys. It's a very similar concept I saw in the Ford Ranger. You all will be glad to know that this Ford Bronco has a lot of off-road capabilities, like axle locks. Now, Ford has developed a unique concept on how to activate these buttons right here. You have to touch this part, okay? Do not touch the triangle directly. Touch these buttons. So, for example, watch this. And you are reminded that this Ford Bronco was built in Michigan. Over here is your infotainment system, everyone. So first of all, instrument cluster right here. It's partially digital, but then you do get a nice classic digital. Oh no, you do get a nice classic speedometer. That's great. I was about to say digital speedometer. And then over here, nice controls, easy to navigate through. I prefer the big tablet screen, which you saw in the Mach-E and the Ford Ranger. But this one's not bad either. Looks great. The details look very similar to other Ford models. Very easy to use. Mapping is my favorite feature, by the way. Wow. I like how the entire map is in blue. Blue Earth, everyone. Forget about a green Earth. Blue Earth. Anyways, looks great. Guys, I noticed also another alarming disadvantage. Watch out for the door window. Do not open the door at high speed, because if you do this, the window takes at least 1 second to go down, and then only you can open the door. Just watch what happens. I'm gonna check out the rear seat of the Ford Bronco. Okay, I can help myself in. There are handles here and right above. It's the metallic parts of the bodywork. Great. The chassis. Up. Job done. Okay, so leg room, plentiful. Knee room, plentiful. Just watch out. If ever the seating adjustment of the driver or the front passenger gets too close to your knees, it will pain because this is hard plastic, guys. My headroom is plentiful, guys. Great. So in terms of comfort, it feels good. It's decent. It's average for its segment. Over here, you get 2 cup holders of fixed sizes, guys. It's great. And then over here, net as a rear seat pocket. And then also you do get some ports right here. So charging port and then a 230 volt socket. But it's just atrocious how this whole thing shakes, guys. Anyways, window buttons right there. And you do get additional nets right here. This is supposed to be a door bin, but it's again small and it's a bit alarming for its segment and price. Now over here is the boot space of the Ford Bronco. As you can tell, it's nicely loaded up, guys. Lots of volume. It gets even better. Whenever you detach the roof from the bodywork, you get this exposed chassis, guys. This is really, really interesting. I love this concept. It's very similar to the Jeep Wrangler, except I feel like this Ford Bronco looks better than the Jeep Wrangler in this regard. I like the design. I really do. Look at this. Here's my conclusion of the Ford Bronco. It's become obvious they are trying to pick a fight with the Jeep Wrangler and pick a fight with the Land Rover Defender. And guess what? This Ford Bronco is promising and it's amazing, guys. I love the design. I love the way they've gone about it. Although the design does remind me of the International Scout, guys. An extinct 4x4, likewise, built by the Americans, but that looked quite nice and unique in its own ways, and it was a good off-roader, guys. This leaves me to come down to the price tag. For a price of 82,000 euros, is this Ford Bronco good value for money or not? Sorry, I had to express my opinion because I love it so much. Yes, okay, for a price of 82,000 euros, it is great value for money. It's not the best, but I'm just gonna say it is great. And here's why I'm convinced it is great value for money, because it is 82,000 euros. They're not charging you 100,000 euros. And it's true, it is missing the hybrid technology. It is true that there were some things that were oddly laid out. Biggest surprise would be when you remove the roof of the Ford Bronco. Oh, this is beautiful. I think that's where the value of 82,000 euros lies. In the winter, this is perfect for you because you have the 4-wheel drive transmission and you can dominate the road when there's a snow. This is an all-season 4x4, guys. Great for the summer, great for the winter, nothing you can complain about. Wait, I have to express my opinions again. I love this Ford Bronco because it is super flexible. Winter, summer, all season, you can always appreciate this Ford Bronco. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. And I have a question to ask all of you. Do you guys like this Ford Bronco, or do you guys prefer the Jeep Wrangler, or do you guys prefer the Land Rover Defender? I know my choice, but I want to hear what's your choice, guys. I'll see you all next time.